Hey everyone,
Okay.
welcome to the Maegical Stories of Healing and Spiritual Gifts podcast. I am David. I'm here with my lovely wife, Megan.
Hi, everyone.
And we have such a special guest today, Mr. Robyn DeRosario. We
Thank
are
you for
so
having me.
excited. Yeah, thanks for coming, man. I appreciate you making some time with us. We were referred by Tony Dastra. We had such a fireball interview with him when he
Yeah,
got back.
he's my brother from another mother. He is a good inspiration to me.
Yeah, man, I really liked him.
He is a ball of fire.
Oh yeah.
And it sounds like, he had an awesome experience at Rhythmia, and just looking over it, you have such an interesting story. And the beautiful thing about it, not to jump ahead, I'm going to let you get into it, but
Yeah.
one of the toughest things for people to do is to be vulnerable about the dark stuff they deal with, and to be vulnerable about, the part of them that wasn't the best part of them in the past. I mean, we've had to deal with that. I know I have before my healing and all that. And your story is such a great example of just putting it out there, being so real with yourself and such genuine healing. And what's amazing about that is your story has such a potential to create space for so many other people in their healing, man. I'm really, really excited for this.
Yeah, I mean that's what I had to do. Like when I'm a very, very private person. I don't tell people anything about my life. Nobody. So
Here you are on a podcast.
Yeah, and here I am telling you, your 8,000 people, or whoever's going to be. But it is. I'm hoping that I can help people, because what I went through, I'm sure other people are going through, right? So, when people are on that dark side, I said, if you leave it unchecked, it's gonna, it take the reins over you. It will reign over you, and it's gonna destroy everything in your life. And you're just gonna be left with emptiness, right? And that's what would have happened to me if I just kept doing what I'm doing. I mean, I'm 53 and I'm learning,
You look great. You're 53.
Oh, thank you.
God.
Wow.
That's amazing, man. I was definitely, you age wonderfully.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. See, I knew all that olive oil would work on something.
Isn't it interesting how, for me, ayahuasca did this? I was the same way. I would have never in a million years shared my story with anyone, ever.
Exactly.
And then I drank ayahuasca, and I'm just like, blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
great.
yeah. I said, as soon as you take ayahuasca, you make that contract, right? When you go up there, David, you've done ayahuasca
Oh, yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, when you go up there, you take that first medicine. You've made a contract with the universe now. And if you do not follow through, because they've given you a gift, and then if you think you're going to sit back and just, it's going to be a magical snap your fingers and here we go. No, they're going to make you do your work, and they'll kick the shit out of you, and they kick the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't do the work, and that's what's happened to me. Like since January when I did it to now, even now, it's been an ordeal. Like it is, they are not letting me rest until, and it's a tough love. It's not like, hey, we're going to smack you around. They're telling you, hey, you're not doing your stuff, dumbass. So here we are. We're going to take things away from you. And that's what they did. They've taken the love of my life away from me. And now it's trying to get back to, my twin flame, because they've taken it away from me. So I got to work.
Wow.
And I got to do my self work, and I got to work,
Yeah, man.
And I'm doing the work.
Oh,
integration is important. It's probably more important than even the ceremony.
So
what you come back and do afterwards. I learned that too. The first 3 months I felt great, and then little things started creeping back up, and I was like, oh my God, and so it's just so important.
Wow.
Exactly. Because I thought I came back, I'm healed, I feel good, I'm laughing I'm dancing with the unicorns, and I'm throwing fairy dust everywhere. And then the next thing they say, hey, you're not doing your work. Guess what? Here's a smack in the face. And we're going to keep smacking you until you start opening your eyes.
Yeah.
Because when you see, I don't know if you've done your journey, but I'll get to my journey in a sec. But when you get to your journey, you get to see who your spiritual self knows, right? So I've seen who I was. I know I'm this warrior, and I have to go fight. And I didn't fight. Like when I come here, I think it's just going to be fine. But yeah, you got to keep fighting. And that warrior inside of you has to wake up, because, so I'll get into that journey where I woke up. That point where I woke up. So I'll get to that point.
I'm excited about that. Well, let's we usually start out just kind of asking a little bit about your childhood. Not with everyone that stuff spawns from childhood, but we're just curious. Like, tell us a little bit about your childhood. Did you deal with any traumatic or anything in your childhood?
Were you raised in like a religious upbringing, a spiritual, neither?
Nothing. Like, I was I had a great child. I have a great mother, great dad. You know, I have a great family. You know, it was nothing. I had just a normal, you know, play, have fun, go do whatever. My mom was very religious, so I grew up very religious, right? I was forced the Bible down my throat, was eaten, but to me that was a good thing because it also taught me value, right? And you know, my dad's side, he was very disciplined. He's from the army side, right? So I had discipline. I had to be at the supper table at 6. I had to make sure my room was clean. I had to, so you know, I had to get discipline stuck into me. So, and I always thought my dad was the worst guy in the world, but as you grow older, you think that's the best thing he could have done to me because I'm so disciplined. You know, everything I do is very disciplined. You know,
that's amazing.
It's crazy how that changes, right?
Exactly. So, but my issue was the soul lineage that I had behind me. That was that was what was creating all this dark side in me. It created, you know, because when that dark side is there, you know it's there, you've seen it. And it blinds you, so blinds you that you don't even see. You think that you're okay, but it blinds you so well that you're doing all this stuff to people and you're hurting people. You don't realize you're hurting people because they know how to manipulate your mind. You know, you can say whatever, because you know, you should have known. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know because that dark side manipulates you in a different way.
Yeah, well, tell us about your story, man. Tell us what happened. Go for it. You got the mic.
So what was happening was I was wondering always why I had relationship problems. And this was stemming back 43 years ago, the way I was hurting women and doing things like that. So I was building this empire, this monster creating, but I was hiding behind the spiritual bypass where I'm thinking, hey, I'm a really nice guy. I'm doing this. But this dark side is, you know, creating this wall where it was hurting women. And when I got, you know, when I was young too, I was doing everything. I was cheating. When I was with my wife, I was, you know, I wasn't the best husband. You know, I was emotionally hurting her. I was physically abusing her. And until I got to a point where, hey, how can I do this? I'm a protector. How am I doing this? So this fight was happening with me because I knew I was a good person, but this bad side was doing all this stuff, right? So I was doing all this terrible stuff to my wife and every relationship I was having. And that's why I had to leave my wife because I couldn't do this stuff to her anymore. I couldn't be this man anymore. So I had to go find out who I was.
Wow.
And then, but even then, when I was dating these other women too, I was still doing this stuff. I was, you know, I was dating them. I was dating multiple women. I was doing all this crap. Everything that you can think of, I was doing, you know, but in a different way. I stopped physically, but I was abusing them through mentally abusing them. You know, if I didn't want to be with them, I wouldn't talk to them. So that's hurting them. Or, you know, I would keep them because I think something A, B, C, D is coming along, you know, so I'll just wait. So I was doing all this stuff. I didn't realize that when you do that, you're hurting these people. You're being attached to them. You're still attached to them.
Right.
Right. You're still attached to them. You don't release them. You've had them. So in this dark side, I'm saying, okay, I'm a nice guy. Well, I'm not hurting them because they're gone. So I'm going to go and pretend I'm this, you know, I'm still working on myself in this human form, you know, trying to be a nice guy, trying to do this. How do I become better? Why? Gee, I don't know why I'm getting, you know, I can't keep a relationship. I don't know. Because I'm still doing this dark side stuff. Because like I said, when you leave it unreined, it's just going to keep doing what it's doing, right?
Because it's so spiritual, man. We live in such a spiritual world. You made a wonderful point there that I think most people don't realize. I know I didn't for so long, so I tried to tap into spirituality and actually learning from Megan, but you really are still connected to them. There's still a connection there.
Absolutely.
That's so important to point out.
Yeah, you've got this etheric cord that's still attached to them, and they're still attached to you because they're not moving on. So, and this back and forth thing is coming. So, so until you release that, you're always going to be attached to them. And that keeps you clear. That keeps you clear for the one that you're looking for, you know, that true love that you're looking for. People think because you break up, you go to the next one, they're going to save it. No, that cord has to be cut. You don't cut it. If you don't say you're released, you're going to be attached to these people for the rest of your life. you know.
Yep.
No
We
matter
just
how
had
long.
this conversation last night.
Yeah.
Because that's news to me. Like,
yeah, I was just
I'm still
telling him
learning, and
this.
she was telling me this. I'm learning still all this stuff every day.
Yeah,
That
it's true.
blew my mind. This was just last night we talked about this. That's
exactly.
amazing.
So
wow.
yeah, so you are attached, and then so it took me. It's like I'm still. So when I broke up with my wife, I'm going through all these dates, all these relationships, because I'm thinking, well, maybe somebody can save me, because that's my mentality at that time. Somebody's going to save me. But then when I'm with these people, well, they don't have this, they don't have that for me, but I'll keep them here because they do this, but that person does that. So I'm building this wall of crap, you know, it's so dark now. Now I can't even see forward, like what was going on, even though I knew what I needed to do, right? And then I met this other woman, and I dated her for 3 years from 2015 to 2018. And I was going to give it a try. I thought, okay, she's going to save me. We're all good. Everything's going to be good, this relationship. But I built this dark side again. It's still doing the same thing, right? It became this war. Okay, well, you're doing this. Well, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do it 3 times worse than you did it to me, you know? So instead of letting it go, it became a war. So we kept doing this war to each other. You know, I'd make up lies to get out, to go on dates. I would do everything I can, you know, to hide this. And now I'm building this wall of lies too. I can't keep up what lies they put. Like, oh, now I got to go through my mental.
Oh my gosh,
so
much
just
work.
Said, yeah, it's like a complete. So, yeah, so I built up this really dark side of me, and I knew I had to shake it, but I couldn't figure out how to shake it. You know, even though I did all the work, I've read the books by Jim Rohn and, you know, Stuart Wilde and everything. I thought it would help me, right? So it took me to when I broke up with the second girlfriend, that she had to break me, because the spirit, you know, when that universe is telling you, you know, they're trying to help you, but you're not listening. It's like getting that phone call, but I can't answer it. They're phoning me, but I hear you know, it's all muffled. I can't hear what you're saying. You know, we're trying to help you, but you're not listening to us. So when I broke up with the second girlfriend, that's where all of a sudden now there's a light. When you break, that's how you get better. You have to break, you know, then you can heal, you can move on. And then I needed help. I just went to the universe that I need help. This is hurting me too much. Why am I doing this to people? I knew I was doing something wrong, but I couldn't figure out why I was doing something wrong.
Isn't it a crazy feeling to like be self-aware but not know how to change it? Because I resonate with that. That was me pre-ayahuasca.
It is. It's mentally draining. It's like I was mentally drained. I'm like, I know what I'm doing, but why? But yeah, I knew what I was doing. It's like,
right.
Hey, this is why I'm doing, but why am I doing it? I couldn't figure out why. The why. Like, I just couldn't stop it. Like every time I tried to do something, it would give me something, and I would take it. Like, you know, I would get on the street, and a girl talks to me. They give me the number. Why did I take it? Like, I didn't know why I took it. Like, why the hell would I take it? I'm with somebody. I couldn't figure out why I took it.
Yeah.
Even though, so it was that ego thing. It was that I needed to get that ego boost. I needed to, so it became an addiction. So it became an addiction now. It's just like alcohol and drugs. It's like, even though I fought other addictions, like I thought, oh, I was good because I can fight alcohol. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't gamble, I don't do any of that bad stuff. And I could easily stop, you know. Anything I do, I just stop. But for this reason, I could not stop it. It could, and so even though I know it was wrong, you know, I knew it was wrong. Now I can see it's wrong, but back then I didn't see it was wrong, right?
Right.
So that's what happened. Is I just went to, when I left the second relationship, I just asked the universe, because I was so broken. I couldn't move for days and weeks, like just couldn't move, even though I had to go to work and do my stuff. And like, I asked the universe for help. When I asked for help, I'm on YouTube, and that's the way they were connecting to me, is through YouTube, because I don't have TV. I don't do any social media stuff.
Yeah.
YouTube, and then all of a sudden this DMT showed up. I'm like, what's DMT? I started reading about DMT.
The rabbit hole begins.
The rabbit hole begins. Like, okay. And then when I was reading about DMT, well, it's illegal here, so I can't have it because it doesn't look good. And then I started going, and all of a sudden I went into ayahuasca. I'm like, okay, what's this ayahuasca thing? And I started reading about, you know, ayahuasca, and then and it had DMT in it. Oh, wow, that's kind of interesting. Maybe that's good. And I have to go to a different country, so I can't get arrested because it's legal somewhere now. And then when I saw about Peru, and I thought, I don't really want to go to the jungle because next thing I'm going to be on a skewer with somebody, and I'm going to be somebody's dessert or somebody's,
right.
Yeah, in the jungle somewhere. So I didn't want to do that until I saw the reality of truth. And then when I saw the reality of truth,
we interviewed. Does he know?
Dude, that's what. So when she was about to go, she was getting nervous about it. We saw the reality of truth, and the reality of truth. We were like, okay, this is it. We actually interviewed Michael Zappi on our podcast.
Yeah, I love that guy. Yeah.
But we interviewed him, and so that's a great doc. I'm glad you came across that. It's such a good.
It totally helped me. Like, okay, it gave me the nudge that I needed.
Yeah.
That's right, and that's what I needed too, because when I'm reading it, something opened up inside me and said, that's where you need, because my soul is always talking. Your soul is always talking to you. You have to realize it's always talking to you. It's just, I couldn't understand it because it was just muffled. Even though I knew it was taking care of me ever since I was born all the way to now, it's been taking care of you. We just don't listen, right?
Yeah.
Our minds are our egos are taking over. And once you not listen to your ego, and listen to your soul, and the difference between your ego is loud and your soul is very quiet. It'll tell you quietly, that's where you need to go. And that's what I did. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to put $5,000 down on a whim where I'm going to go somewhere and see, okay, this magical thing is supposed to cure me. So that's where I was. It's like, but something told me just do it. So I put in $5,000. You go down there to Arrhythmia, but I saw it in February, so it was like almost a year before I went. So February 2019, and I didn't go till January 2020. So I had all these months to figure myself out, and I was working on myself. I stopped. I went plant-based, so I knew.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome.
And that's the thing. You just do it because you got to be clean when you get there. And when you go to ayahuasca, everybody has to be. I mean, even for 3 months or whatever, be clean. Alcohol free, whatever you need to do, because that medicine has to work for you, and it'll work for you. Yeah. So when I get there, it was in February, and I didn't go to January. I thought, okay, this is great. Now I got this thing. I feel I'm still reading about this stuff, trying to see, and your ego still plays with you, right? It'll tell you, nope, we can't go there. No, that's too much money. You're fine. You're good, because the dark side now knows you're gonna go get fixed, and it's scared as hell.
Dude, I got chills. That resonates.
That happened to her.
Yeah,
man.
As she got closer, he kept telling her not to go.
Yeah, because now the dark side knows you're gonna get fucking fixed. It's like, oh shit. Now you're gonna get woken up, and it doesn't want you to win, and that's what it is. The dark side does not want you to win.
That's so
even though it's
true.
Here to help you, and even though you have to, like, I came to that conclusion where you have to be friends with the dark side, because they're gonna help you get to the other side, because they're gonna give you your challenge. We come in this world for a challenge. If we didn't come in to be boring, they're gonna make it hard for you. They need you to lose, but they're also gonna challenge you. So you become friends with them. You sit them down. What do we need to do? You guys suck, but so they need you to lose.
But at least you were in a luxury setting, right? Costa Rica.
Exactly.
I definitely would have been a little bit more excited, I think, if I had gone.
You did it right. You did it right.
Oh yeah. As soon as I saw Rhythmia, I thought, okay, that looks good. And if it's nothing, I'm gonna have a nice vacation.
Right.
I'm gonna be sitting in a hammock, drinking coconut milk or. Yeah. So it was. So I went to Rhythmia, and it's a beautiful place. And Jerry's an amazing man. I tell you, that guy is an amazing guy. I'm sure you met him there, right?
We haven't met him yet.
Not yet.
We're talking with him in May, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. Every time I talk to him, I'll go on tour with him. I'll be his groupie. If he ever went on tour to do, I just follow him everywhere. He's just amazing.
I can't wait to meet him.
Me neither.
Oh, he's like super great. And all that staff there, the staff at Rhythmia, awesome people, very, very kind. The whole setting is, anybody that goes there, I say go there, and you'll get the experience you're looking for. And if you can't even go there, go to Solterra. That's another nice place. That's, I haven't been there, but I hear that's a great place too. That's it's a smaller version of Rhythmia. Solterra has 20 people, where Rhythmia has 90, and that's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's still worth it because you're there for your journey. You're not worried about everybody else's journey. You're there for your journey, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll figure out your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I get there for my first night, and I'm looking around for the first night, when you get there, you're always anxious. You're anxious in your first night. I was scared, like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm actually doing this, and everybody around me is got that big eyes. We're all big eyes, like we don't know what's gonna happen here. Are we doing a Jim Jones moment here? We're all yeah. I don't should have won that, but but it was great. So they take the first drink, and then I got up for the first drink, and then when you have that drink, when the shamans bless it, you're making a contract with the universe right now. You're making a contract. You take it in. So for 40 minutes, I go back to my bed, and I'm lying in my maloka. I'm lying in my bed, just waiting for something to happen. And all of a sudden, my hands started burning. Like both hands were like burning. I'm thinking, oh great, I'm gonna be the first guy that's gonna have instant combustion, because what the hell is happening? Because I thought now it's reacting to me. Only my hands were like super hot, like I couldn't cool it down. I didn't know what was happening. And then, so I went to the washroom. I put cold water on it. I was trying to just cool it down.
Wow.
And then I went to, so I'm panicking because I don't know what was happening to me. I thought I was actually, something was happening, reaction, because I didn't know what was happening. Nobody ever tells you, hey, it might react to you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went and I talked to one of the shamans there, and I said, hey, I may need medical assistance. She goes, why, what's happening? I said, well, my hands are on fire and I can't cool them down. And she just smiles and goes, oh, that's a good thing. And then walked away. I was like, okay, back to my bed I go. I said, that's a good thing. She's not worried about, why am I worried about it?
Right.
So I go back, and then, I went to lie down, and then I'm looking at my hands, and all of a sudden there's these geometric shapes on my hand. It started happening on my hand, and all these white lightning bolts were going into my hands, right? I'm like, what? That's so weird. And I'm lying down, and then I go for my second drink. Oh. And then that's where, that's when the show started. I go lie down, and then I started going deeper. And when you have that, you start going deeper. You can feel yourself just going deeper, right? And then I saw her eyes. I saw Mother Ayahuasca. She just looked at me. I'm like looking at her, and she's looking at me as if curiosity. It's like, huh, okay. And she's a snake, right? She's a snake.
Yeah.
And I hate snakes.
Yeah,
but she didn't come to me like a snake, but she came to me the way I could feel comfortable with seeing a snake. She looked at me, and she had this geometric shape, and it's these beautiful colors. And then I could feel her going to work to me, like all over my body. She's going, and I could feel her inside of me and just doing stuff. And then also when I was deep, I saw this mirror. It's like this thick mirror. And then on the other side, I saw me. It was me. I could see my profile. I could see everything. And I had this little mask. And then I could see her just grabbing this thing. She grabbed it, pulled it towards me. And this demonic face is right in front of me. Ugh. And then she goes, mischief. And then she took it. I had this geometric shape box come out. She put it in there. And I saw all the demons that I fought. Every single one. Jealousy, envy, this, jealousy, alcohol, this. I saw all in this tiny little box. She shoved it in there. And then she told me to step up. And I'm go, well, I don't have my shoes. And then that's when she puts these boots on me, and I step up. And I guess that means now I can step up to the next level. Like whatever I did, I can step up. And so, so I moved up there, and it became this show, and I could feel it just working inside of me. And then of course, then I started purging, and that purges, and like, here it comes. But it was just that one. It was just a little heave. There was nothing coming out. I lied back down. I thought I was done. I thought, oh great, she's cured me. I'm good. First day, I'm good. But then I heard her say, go take one more. It's like, more. Is like, does it mean I have to go back? So I heard one more. So I go back to the shaman. I'm back up to the shaman, and I go ask him, well, I think I need to take one more drink. And he's like, well, we only got 1 hour left of the ceremony. I can give you some rapé. which is just a smoke thing that they put up your nose.
Yeah.
For that don't know what it is, it's just, it clears your mind. It gives you that, with your third eye, you can see a little better. But then I heard her just say one more. I said, well, no, she's telling me I got to take one more. And he looked at me and he said, okay. So we went back to the altar. He blessed us. I take one more drink.
Wow.
And at this time now with the Maloka, there's lots of noise. Like if you've been there, you know, there's lots of noise. People are crying. People are purging.
Mm-hmm.
People are walking around like zombies. So they're shuffling their feet and you can't concentrate. So I go outside and man, that was the best thing to do, because the stars, when you go outside and you look at the stars, they're like diamonds, like it's like 3D. The sky was like unbelievably blue with the moonlight, and
wow.
So I go lie down on the hammock there, and then next thing I'm just waiting, but I can feel it working. I can feel it working.
Wow.
It's just going deeper, and then she kind of puts me to sleep, like in an anada for a moment. And then all of a sudden I had this huge purge. I just woke up and I just had to go around the world, and all this black stuff and white stuff was coming out of me. I thought, okay, something was deep that she had to go get. Something was fighting her.
Wow.
So something was fighting her, and that she needed to go deeper.
Yeah.
She got it out of me. And then, so she purged that out of me. And then I went back to the hammock, and I'm just lying there, and I was just enjoying the show of all these geometric shapes and this beautiful show that was going on. And then of course the shamans come up, hey, the ceremony's over, you need to come back in to the Maloka. And then so I'm still sitting there, and then I started walking. Then finally she said, you can go back. So I'm walking back, and I said, please don't let me step in Galaxy's poop. And Galaxy's a shaman dogs there. There's 2 dogs there. And she's like, well, don't worry, it's plant-based, you'd be fine. So I knew she had a sense of humor when I went back, so it was good. You know? So that was the first night for me. And then I was telling, and I had a girlfriend at the time, because I met this really beautiful woman, V, that I've been seeing. So, and I was telling her about what's happening with me, right? And then I was telling her about what's going on. She's like all interested. I go, yeah, this is happening first night. Second night comes along, which I think was probably the best night. So I'm lying there, you take the drinks, you go, you do the same thing, you take your drink, you go lie down. And then I was falling asleep, and I could hear a voice that just stay with me, just stay with me, just stay with me. And I woke up and I'm lying there, I'm still staying with her. And you just want to go back to sleep. And then again, my hands are on fire. It's like, oh, here we go again. It's like, what is going on here? You know, it's like they're on fire, and I couldn't. So it's hard to concentrate when your hands are burning, and you're trying to, you know, see what you see.
Yeah.
And then as I was falling asleep, then I heard her say again to me, it's like, you know, just breathe me in. The wind is my breath. Breathe me in. So this wind came through, and I breathe her in. And I'm breathing her in. I say, breathe her in. And all of a sudden, with my hands, I was controlling the wind. It's like she took my hand. It's like, I'm moving it forward. I'm moving it backwards. I'm moving it sideways. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's like, and then all of a sudden, I could just sweep. And then I swept, like this whole wind just went the whole through the Maloka. And I just told everybody, like, as if they could hear me, just breathe her in, breathe her in. And there was a silence in the Maloka for a moment, you know? And then it became normal again. So it's like I had this control. She's showing me how much power that each and every one of us has. Like when you're in that situation, you get to see your spiritual being. It's like you're that powerful. You know, so I'm controlling all this stuff, and then I'm lying there and I go, can you send V my love to her? I miss her. Just tell her. She says, you could do it. And she took my hand again, and I just went with the wave, and I could feel this beam just going towards her. And I'll tell you the story after that when it happens. So when I did that, I just sent it out to her, and I just felt it, right? I just felt it out. And then the next thing I said, can you send all the love to the animals? Because she goes, yeah. And then I did the same thing, and I tell you, I could feel every single animal on this planet, like everything. I felt the animals, I felt the dogs, I felt the, you know, pigs, cows, everything, insects, bees. I thought, she's just showing us how connected we are. How fast, just like that, just a snap of a finger, we can connect to anything we want to. Just showing us how. And so now I'm sitting there. So I go for my second drink. So I'm going now, I'm going to go deeper, right? And so I'm having the second drink, and now I'm hearing everybody panicking around me because I had a lady on the side of me. She was panicking. She was like, moaning away. And one behind me is just crying. And then there was somebody else on the other side, in complete tears. And naturally, you want to go help the people, right? You just want to, hey, you're okay. You're okay. And every time I want to do something, move, all I was hear is, it's not your fight, not your fight.
Wow.
So I go back into my state.
Wow.
And I'm feeling all this power coming in. I could see now my hands. I was looking at my hands. All this white lightning is coming into my hands. It's like pure white lightning was. I'm like, wow, what's going on with my hands? That's what I'm seeing. And then, so I get to, and I'm lying there, and all of a sudden, my left hand was so heavy, and it was a pain in my heart. It's like, great. Now I got instant combustion. Now I'm going to get a heart attack.
Our mind goes right to the worst thing, doesn't it?
It's the worst thing. I'm like, because there's a pain in my heart. It's like this, it was this sharp pain. Like I thought, okay, here it goes. This is it. I'm going to die for sure. This is it. Then she says, do you want to see your heart? And I said, yes.
Oh, wow.
She opened up. It was this gold heart. It was like gold. It was like just this. She showed me my spiritual heart was, geometrical. It was beautiful. It was precise. And I'm like, oh my God, I got a gold heart. It was like, this is awesome. And then my left hand is so heavy, like I can't even move it. She goes, yeah, it's gold. It's like, oh yeah, I guess so. I guess that's why I did all those push-ups. So finally, at the end of the night, you're just like so excited, right? She's showing you your heart. Now you're merged. You're merged with your soul. You're merged with your heart. She's showing you your heart. And I'm like ecstatic. I got a gold heart. And I go at the end of the night, I pass my shaman, which is Zen, which is Jerry's girlfriend. She's a beautiful, amazing, friendly woman. And she goes, how did it go, brother? I said, she told me, she showed me my heart and it was gold. And she goes, wow, that's rare. She's hardly heard people get a gold heart. So that's a rare.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
So I'm like, yeah, this is like great. I'm like, I got a gold heart. And so I'm excited, and she asked me, I said, yeah, my hands were burning and I saw all this white lightning. She goes, did she show you your hands? I said, no, and she didn't show me. This is what I've been seeing is just my hands have been burning for the last 2 nights and they're just electricity through them. She goes, well, tomorrow ask her to show your hands when you're, in your third state, So I go home, I'm telling Dee about this. I go, yeah, you're dating a god. I'm like, I got a gold heart. And through the night, I'm talking to her. I could move the stars. Like, this is weird. I could move the stars. I could move. Like, I could point to a star. It's like I can move it. It's like, what?
We're going to rhythm.
Yeah. I said, this is crazy stuff. And she's like, what are you doing? I said, yeah, like I'm moving the wind. I can move the trees to the left, and then I can move it to the right. And it's like, I'm just showing you how much power we have. Like, it's like, this is like the weirdest. And then, so I'm like, this is awesome. This is like the best. I said, I'll do this again. I didn't want to wake up again, right? So now I get to ladies' night. The third night's ladies' night. And that's where it's blessed by the female shamans. And Raven is just an amazing shaman, so kind and so good. And so the third night was supposed to be easy, but actually I think it was harder for me, this one. It wasn't harder, but it was very, very deep now. Now it was very deep. So I went through the same process. You go to the drinks, you get there, and I had to take 3 drinks to really get deep, even though I was feeling things. Like I could see my hand, like in the middle they have an altar, and it has candles, it has crystals in it. And when the light was coming through and I was trying to just put my hand out, I could see my hand disappearing, like in this other dimension. I was like, what? Is like, it would go in, it would disappear. It's like, well, this is crazy stuff. Like, and then, you're conscious, it's there, but it's the weirdest thing, right? But so the third night, I went, I wanted to be outside this time. So I took my blanket, I took my pillow, I went outside, And I never talked to Mother Ayahuasca. I was talking to my soul for the first time. Me and my soul were talking to each other. You know, it was like, and I was so deep that I asked him, I need to see my hands. And he goes, okay, take a look. And then I put my hands up. I said, well, I can't see anything. He says, keep looking. I kept looking, and all of a sudden, my eyes just went out of focus. And then I saw my hands. And it was like, when I turned this way, I could see the eye of Ra. And so I had the eye of horse and the eye of Ra on both, like I have the both powers of the sun and the moon on my both hands. And I could see the universe on my hand, on the back of my hand. And in the middle was the universe all around. It's like, so I had this control. Like, what is going on? It's like, it's this power just shows you how big we're. And I'm asking my soul, is Mother Ayahuasca coming today? He goes, well, she's kind of busy. I said, I guess she's running the universe. I guess she has better things to do than talk to me all night. You know? So it was me and him, me and my soul talking all night. And then he took me to where I was, right? I went to this place, like I'm looking at the star. So all night, so this whole trip, I'm looking at the star. Every night there was a star I was looking at. Every single night I was looking at it. For some reason, it felt like it was home. Finally, I went to this place. I went through all these hallways. All these books were here, like books down the line of going through a different angle. And I would go down. I couldn't see what was on it, but I knew what it was. It was our life story. That's archaic, you know.
Akashic records.
Akashic records, yeah. So it was showing me exactly what I was doing, right? But I couldn't see it. I wasn't opening it, but I could see it was just going down hallways. And finally I get to the spot, and it was this beautiful place. I could see the stars. It was like this beautiful, beautiful place. And I'm looking at it. I knew it was home. It was where I am. And I'm looking at it and going, so I left this place because why? And it said, you choose. And my soul told me, you choose to be here. I said, don't do that again. Don't ever do that again. You know, so it's like, and then it was talking to me, and then all of a sudden, then I kept looking up in the stars. Then finally I saw my mom, and I'm looking at the stars, and then my mom was coming through, and she was in this, you know, she was young again because my mom passed away 3 years ago, 2016. And I saw her, and she was young, and she was beautiful, and she had this blue dress on, and she had the chakras down the buttons of her dress. And she didn't say anything, but I felt this love, this amazing love. And it was that same, and I was telling my girlfriend, that's the same love that I feel for her. Like I couldn't put it together until later, until I was with her. I said, that same feeling, and that's what we've been always looking for, is that one amazing love that, you know, that comes from us, and we got it. And then she just kind of, and then all of a sudden I was looking, and then I saw John Lennon on the corner. Hey, John Lennon's there. I said, what the hell? You know, he's just like in his way there. But what the hell? I was like, awesome. That's John Lennon. I'm like, I want to tell somebody John Lennon's here. You know, nobody was believing. You know, he was just in the corner.
That's hilarious.
He was in his white suit and then he just kind of nodded and he went away. And it's like, that is awesome. You know. And then finally, so so that third night was basically just talking to my soul and just showing me how much power I have, because people were making noise when I asked them just to be quiet, and I just moved my hand a bit and to be silence. If somebody's walking beside me, I knew somebody was walking beside me, and I didn't have to open my eyes. If they were making noise, I would just tell them to be quiet. Now, I don't know if I was yelling at them but I knew I was quiet. You know, but I knew I was just saying it in my head.
Someone else is like, this guy just kept yelling at me.
Yeah,
quiet.
Yeah, this guy just kept telling me. Yeah, but I knew I was quiet because I was just in my head. Can you just be silent? Because I was trying to connect with my soul. Yeah. And there'd be silence all around me. It was like I would control everything that was around me. I knew somebody was behind me. I knew when somebody was, you know, making noise. I would just ask them to be quiet. You know, and it just kept everything silent. Wow. Yeah. And so that was like the most experience. And then the fourth night was more a healing process. Not much happened that night for me. I had more of a nada moment where I took it and I was out, And then I woke up in the middle of the night around 2 a.m. And when I woke up, nobody's around me. So I thought, oh, great, everybody's gone home and I'm by myself and nobody woke me up, you know, but didn't realize that people are in this, because it's an all night thing, right? It's an all night ceremony. So everybody was in the middle. So I felt bad and I went back to bed, and, you know, until they did the healing thing for all the men in the middle of around 5 o'clock. So that was my experience. And then as I was leaving Rhythmia on the night I was supposed to leave, I downloaded this. I was with these other 2 ladies that came with me from Calgary, and I'm with them, and I'm like, you know, I'm looking at the star. I got to find out what that name was so I could tell V when I get back what the star was, and then we could just look at it. I put in the app, the stargazing app that you get. I pointed to it, to the star, I hit it. It was her name.
What?
It was her name. I'm like, what in the, and then it says Alpha and then her name. And then I'm looking at my shirt. I'm wearing Alpha on my shirt. I'm like, so right then I knew.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. So right then I knew the synchronicity of that plant medicine is now working. They're showing me. And like, I'm showing these. I said, that is fucking incredible. Yeah. What's going on? I said, that star I've been looking at for the last week, you know, every night, and that's her name. That's my girlfriend's name.
Oh my.
And then I said, and look at the name of the beginning of it, and look what shirt I'm wearing. And it's like, what? She goes, that is crazy. So that's amazing. This is how the synchronicity is now working. Like, this is how it's happening. Like, you know, now the medicine's working. And I get back home, and I'm trying to integrate. I'm happy. I'm dancing around like it's like, this is the greatest thing in the world. You know, I'm cured. I think I figured it out because I saw who was making all this stuff was mischief. But I got it. I'm good. You know, I'm gonna be good. And didn't realize now, that's more stuff was gonna happen. So I get back, and then I'm trying to integrate. And I'm with the Rhythmia group, and we're all trying to figure out what was going on with each other, right? Because we're all going through certain things. And that's where I connected with Tony. Me and Tony started becoming really good friends. And because we were going through the same kind of things, we're kind of like the same mold, you know. He had his thing and I had my thing. It's like, so we knew each other, you know, from a previous time and all that. So when I get back, I'm having this integration issue where I'm neither good, I'm neither bad, I'm just flatlined. I didn't know what was happening. But what I knew was happening was that the plant medicine is now taking that operation, the operating system in you from 1967, and they're getting rid of it. They're putting 2020 and on into you. So you're being now rebooted, right? You're getting rebooted, you're rebooting. But I still wasn't doing the work. I was still doing stupid shit. You know, here I have this beautiful woman in my life. I love her to death. But why am I still texting all these women? Why am I still doing this stupid shit? And I'm still, but not that I was doing like, you know, hey, you know, let's meet and all that. But I was connecting with them somehow.
Right.
You know, just doing stupid shit that I should not be doing.
Yeah.
You know, because I knew I loved this woman. I'm trying to do, and I'm thinking, well, maybe they'll just go away. If I ignore it, they'll go away. And they don't, because you're still connected. Yeah. That's where that connection stuff is happening, right? And you're doing it. You're not, the plant medicine will give you the opportunity. You go fix it. We gave you a gold heart. We gave you the power. We gave you all this. Now you go fix it. And then they're watching, and you're not doing it.
They're watching.
So, yeah, they're watching you. And then all of a sudden I get to, this is where the wheels fell off. So me and Via go to Ixtapa, where we were supposed to go on a nice holiday together. It was supposed to be beautiful. We're going to be this beautiful woman. We're going to have a beautiful setting. Now, this is where the universe finally said, we're going to expose you for who you are. And they did. Yeah, she found, like, all this stuff was happening. I don't know how it was happening. Like, no matter how I turned left or turned right, it would always find something that, you know, stuff that I thought was off my phone, like, for years. How it came back, I don't know how it was even on there. Like, when you delete something, to me, it's gone. But it's stuck on my phone. I have my phone. I didn't even know it was there. How she found it, I don't know. It's like, so it's showing me, like, to show her, it's like, hey, so I needed her to bring me to my knees, and she brought me to my knees. I needed somebody to bring me to my knees, and she did. It doesn't matter. The whole week, stuff was coming out, and then finally, I had to admit I had an issue. I had a problem, and it made me face that I had a problem, and that's where, this is where it all came about, where I had to face what I was doing. I had to face these demons finally, because I thought they'd just go away. You cannot lock them away, because they will keep coming at you.
The way
you cannot do the human.
That darkness.
Yes.
You have to go through that darkness till we go.
Exactly. If you think you can just keep them at the door and then hold it back with your bare hands, they're going to keep coming, and they're going to keep pushing. They're going to keep pushing, and they're going to squeeze through. Somehow they're going to get squeezed through. So that was happening. So she found out, and I can't blame her. And that's where she left me on February 23rd. And I was heartbroken. I was on my knees, because this is the person I wanted to be with, even though I just met her, but she was my twin flame. I knew she was my twin flame. It was just, when it's your twin flame, We
started dating. We were engaged within a month, married in 6 months, and been married.
Exactly.
Been married for years.
Yeah.
So I get it.
So
it's it's a knowing. It's just a knowing.
It really is.
Time doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah. And even though I was dating all these, but I knew they weren't the ones for me until I met V. When I met her on, in August of, 2019, when you feel that energy, you feel it. I knew it was her, but I could have stopped this shit like, months and months ago. But because I had this dark side, I had this thing that was eating at me. I couldn't see. It had like blinders on me, even though I knew what I had to do. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it without the plant medicine. So the plant medicine had, even though it gave me the power, I needed to go even further, and that's why. So this is where the war became, because when she brought me to my knees, and I didn't want to lose her, and I knew I had to fight for her. I had to fight for her. If I wanted her, I had to fight for her. I had to go in there, and I had to go figure out what was going on, because there was something not right. It doesn't matter. So I went to this party the day that, I got the email from V. I thought, well, I'll go to this party. Maybe I'll feel a little, just to feel good, just to do. And I met my friend Candace that was there, and I just told her, hey, you know what? I'm just heartbroken. I just need to go find out what's happening with me. I'm going to go take some mushrooms, so because when I take it, because when I did before, it showed me, I thought maybe it's just going to show me something that I need to do. Maybe it showed me little books, and, I'll be little fairies running around to show me, hey, you can't do that anymore. You have to do this,
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go, and maybe I'll go deeper. Maybe I can talk to Mother Ayahuasca, see if I can reach her.
Yeah.
Because you cannot just, I tried meditating. I tried that. I can't do it. I needed to go deeper. I needed to go see her.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go see Mother Ayahuasca. I wanted to see if she can help me to get this stuff out of me. Like, what is it that I need to do? Show me. So when I go home, my intent was show me what to do, how to fix this. And when you ask, the universe will deliver. So I thought I was only going to do 4 grams of mushrooms. That's all I was going to do. I was going to take 4, but then I heard 6 in my head. But 6 can't be that bad. 6 can't be that bad.
That's a heroic dose.
Yeah. So I went, heroic 5, and I thought, 6, whatever. That should be no problem. I can handle a 4. So I took the 6, and I'm just waiting. I'm lying in bed, and then I felt this purge coming along. Oh man, I gotta go purge. So I went to my bathroom, and I'm looking at my bathroom. It's all white pastel stuff. Like, wow, this is like too weird. And then I heard this. Are you ready for this? I heard her. I said, are you ready for this? I said, yeah, let's do it. So now I'm purging for 5-10 minutes. I'm feeling all this stuff come out of me. There was like, it was just, the purge of air. It's just like, oh God, when is this going to stop?
Yeah.
Like, when is this ever going to stop? Like, how much shit was in me? I'm like, so I'm purging all this stuff. And then I stood up, and also I heard this voice, and it was a sinister voice. I knew it was my voice, but it was a sinister type of voice. And I said, and I felt all this pain of what I did to V and all the women that I've hurt. I felt it like on my whole body. And it said to me, we can end this right now. We just go to the kitchen, we take the knife, we put it in your heart. And it was pointing to where I needed to put the knife, right? It was like taking my fingers, put it in here, and we'll end this. You will never have to hurt another woman again. And I'm thinking in my head, I go, yeah, that's a good idea, because I don't have to hurt anybody. I've done all this damage. Why don't I just end it? I don't have to feel this pain anymore. I'm tired of this pain. I started walking to the kitchen, and then I heard this other voice say, fight. I heard fight. And I knew it was my soul. And I woke up, I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's like, what have I done?
Whoa.
So now I'm panicking. Now I'm in it. I can't get out of it. I'm taking 6 grams of mushrooms. I can't just say, okay, I'm out. I'm in it. I'm in the fight. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, I better go to the hospital. Like, I need to get help. I can't sit in the hallway. I can't sit in my hallway in my condo. I look crazy. Okay, well, maybe I'll call the ambulance. And then, so I'm trying to dial 911. Of course, I can't see the numbers. All the numbers are like all over the place. Like,
right.
What? My phone is like all over. I think I hit 9. And then I panicked because I said, well, I can't phone 911 because I can't go to the hospital. Because what happened? My colleagues see me because I work in law enforcement. Now, if they see me on hallucination, they're going to be like, what the hell is going on with you? Right. So now I'm panicking because now I'm fighting. I'm backing away from the kitchen because of the knife. And then I heard that voice again. It said, we'll go to the balcony. We'll jump off. You'll hit the fence. You break your neck. You'll be fine. Yes. You won't even feel a thing. And I started walking to the living room. And then I'm like, to the universe, please, I need help. I need help right now. Not within 5 minutes, I get a call from my friend Candace. She's on the phone to me. She's like, hey, how's the trip? Like, she texts me. She said, hey, how's the mushroom trip? I'm like, I need help. So she's on the phone. She's like, what's happening? She's like, what's happening? I said, it's asking me to kill myself. She said, okay, you need to go back into the bedroom right now, and you need to sit down. And I'm like, okay. Now her voice is kind of like my beacon. Like, it's weird. Her voice is now my beacon, right? So I go back into the bed and say, okay, well, you need to go back on the bed and then tell me what's happening. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm on the bed and I'm just seeing all these shapes now. It was like a matrix, all these geometric, like, opening up shapes. And then I heard Mother Ayahuasca's voice again. She says, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, let's bring it. And that's when I saw what a horrible man I was to this whole thing. And this is where the story starts happening. So now I'm going through the soul lineage. Now I'm seeing myself in this timeline, what I did to women, how I hurt them. Big names I even forgot when I was, like, who the hell are these people? And I'm sitting on their bed with them and I'm seeing them cry. I'm seeing them on the couch. I'm seeing them crying. And the way I treated them, like, I just left them. I didn't care. I didn't care about all these people, how I hurt my ex and everything. This was now. And all of a sudden I get shot back to 1095. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So now I'm going through my soul lineage. I've been doing this stuff forever. Like, I've been doing the shit to women. I saw myself raping them. I saw myself beating on them. I saw myself, and it wasn't like they're just sitting there watching. It was like that quick, memory thing. I knew. So I was going and I was seeing what I was doing to women, and then I was hurting them. I was, doing horrible things to them. And then I realized, why, geez, I don't even have guy friends because I was murdering them to go get their women. Like, I saw myself take a rock behind, it's either my brother or my friend. I saw myself taking a rock behind the head to go take their wife. And then I was doing horrible things to them. I was raping them and I was doing just horrible things to them in that lineage. So this is going on for, and then finally I'm telling Candace and she's like, what's going on? I'm telling her the story as I'm going. Like, I'm explaining to her what's happening. So she's understanding what I'm going through. She goes, Robyn, keep going. You're clearing this line. And I'm taking, and that's weird. Now I understand. And I was taking their pain. So when I'm feeling it, I'm going to these women, please, I'm so sorry. I'm taking their pain. I'm taking everybody's pain away. I'm going to these women that were hurt, and I'm taking their pain. I'm touching them. I'm I'm saying to these guys, like, stop, please stop. And I'm going to them. I'm just asking them, please stop. I'm taking their pain. I'm taking everybody's pain away. And that's why I knew, I was going through this thing. And I fly back to 200 BC. I'm like, 200 BC, I didn't think I even existed back then, but I knew it was me. So I'm going back, this is like going back to 200 BC. And I saw this group of, it was this, a grave. So I guess in those days, you don't kill your slaves, you just bury them. And then I saw my hand grabbing like a rope to pull over them just to bury them. And I had no conscience, like I didn't care. But I was going into them. I said, please, I'm so sorry. I'll take your pain. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. So I'm going to them. I'm touching them, making sure they're safe. I'm taking their pain. So it's clearing everything. And so I'm doing this for 2.5 hours. This is from 8:30 to 10:30 now. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. I'm doing this. And then finally, I get to one point and she's like, do you want to stop? I'm like, you mean there's more? Like, so she's asking me, do you want to? So, well, I got to go to the bathroom. She said, well, go to the bathroom. And I was like, Candace, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to come back. She goes, are you doing anything? I said, no, I'm not doing anything. I go to the bathroom, come back. And then she goes, what's happening now? I said, well, either we're taking a break, because she's asking me to stop. I said, we could stop here and I can end it. But I know if I do, I haven't cleared anything. I've already cleared whatever I have to do on one side. There's another side that's coming. Either this is going to be bad, or she's just asking me if I had enough. Because that was a lot. That was 2.5 hours of just seeing this.
Wow.
Like,
so 2.5 hours, you went from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime.
Lifetime, I was going from 1700. I was going to 1600. I was coming back to 1400. I was
and
going
you were healing all of the things that
I was taking all this pain. I was clearing this lineage. I was clearing. I was taking
chills, man.
I was touching. They were touching. I was touching. So I was taking their pain, right? I was taking people's pain. I'm asking them, please, I'm so sorry I did this. And I knew it was me. Like, I knew it was me because I never saw myself. I never saw my face but I knew it was me when I was seeing those beatings. I knew it was me. That was my soul continuing. I knew, but I was stopping it. I was stopping it from happening because you're still continuing it. And that's what I realized. You think it's done? It's not. You need to clear it. You have to clear it. If you don't clear, that's why it's so important to release, because you're still carrying it from now till ever, And so I was clearing this whole line till I got to the point where she said to stop. So when I stopped, I'm like, you know what? Let's finish this. I'm here. Let's fucking finish it because I'm done. I'm here. Let's finish it.
Right. You've gotten that far.
And I can tell you, Megan, David, this image that I have next is the worst. Like, to me, I still cry every time I think about it. It's the most horrific thing I can ever imagine. If I ever did that, I can't even imagine. I saw myself so when I said, okay, let's do it, I saw myself in the Holocaust. I saw myself in this place. There was people there. And I remember grabbing this girl, this young girl, out of the crowd, and I grabbed her, and I can see myself dragging her. And what I saw is like the most horrific thing, like that image. I wish I can get out of my head, and I wish it wasn't me, but it was the worst feeling ever. And I just told everybody, I'm so sorry. I took everybody's pain. I went and I took it. I felt their pain. I took it. I took all their pain as much as I took. And then when I finished that, again, I kept going, kept taking me to other places where I was going, finish, other places, another 2 hours of this. Wow. And then finally, when it was coming to the end, I felt my friend Tony, I felt his pain. I saw this white circle around me. It was on top of me. And it was just circling around me. It was pain. The circle was pain because there was so much stuff in it. And I said, Tony, man, I'll take your pain too, man. I'll take it. And I felt my hand in it. I'm taking some of that pain away from him. And then my friend Candace, and I felt, and on the side, there was another circle. It was her pain. And I didn't know her story. I didn't know a lot about her story, but there was so much pain that she was carrying. And I was feeling, I said, Candace, I'm so sorry for, I'll take your pain. I'll take your pain as well. She goes, Robyn, thank you so much. You're forgiven. You just keep finishing. And then all of a sudden I'm crawling. I'm on my floors in my bedroom. I'm crawling somewhere. I don't know why, but I'm crawling. So I'm crawling into my kitchen. I'm crawling. And I see this image of this man on top of this woman. And I see her just beating on her. And I'm just saying, please stop. Please don't hurt her anymore. Please don't hurt her. And it would stop. And I would just walk away. And then I saw her look at me. And she's reaching out to me. And I just crawling up to her. I said, I'm so sorry. You'll never have to feel this pain again. I'll take it. You don't have to ever worry about this again. I reached out and I touched her. And it just disappeared. Like I took that pain, whatever it was feeling, it was gone. And now I'm standing in my kitchen and there's nothing. I'm like, Candace, like, well, what's happening? I said, I don't know. I think I'm done. I don't know what's happening. So I'm going nowheres. I said, I see nothing. I said, okay, well, you think you're done? I said, I don't know. It stopped. And then I started walking to my living room. And then again, I saw this place that I saw on the third night when I was on ayahuasca. It was just this beautiful setting. I saw the stars. I saw this beautiful setting. And then also I saw Mother Ayahuasca coming. I saw her walking up to me. And I bowed. I had to go bow because this is a goddess. This is like, our creator. This is like, she created this whole, I bowed down to her. And then she just looked at me. She says, you're brave. You're a warrior. And then she showed me my wings. She gave me my wings. It was this beautiful blue wings that she gave to me. She goes, it's like, I earned this. Like, this is like, this is the most awesome. I just broke down crying. It's like, I fought for this. Like, I cleared. And then I heard Candace, like, what's happening? I said, now it's like all these people are coming. They're touching me. They're touching my hands. And they're like, thank you. And I was like, yes, she fixed my hands. What she did, she fixed my hands because they were broken. They were hurting people. Now,
that's why they were burning.
Now she fixed it. She fixed it that I never will ever hurt a woman. I will never hurt anybody. I don't hurt animals. I don't hurt anything. I will never. She fixed what was broken. Yeah. And so all these people are coming. Thank you. They're giving me gifts like, musical talent is this. I'm like, what is going on? It's like, thank you. I heard thank you. A lot of, it releases it. So then I'm standing there, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So if you tell me, you idiots from 200 BC to 2020, you guys can figure this out for them. You have to take me to come here to do it. This is awesome. And I'm stuck here for the next 30 years because now I realize I finished the story when I found out, when I'm thinking, that's why I don't have kids. That's why I never had kids. I never wanted kids because I broke the bloodline. I broke that soul lineage. I will not pass this on to somebody. I will not. So the next generation won't do this. I ended a story. I came here to end a story. I ended it. There is no other story. This is it. I'm clear. I cleaned a line that I was supposed to clean. So right now I am free. I am clean.
Oh my gosh.
This is a beautiful story.
That's amazing.
I got a little, my eyes welled up during it. And I don't think I've ever cried in a podcast.
That was amazing.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm telling Tony this story tomorrow. He goes, yeah, that's like a movie. I said, yeah, dude, that's a great movie. But just, at least in the movies, they have a girl and they put it on. I got nothing. I got no girl. Nobody put it in the newspapers. Hey, Robyn saved his storyline. I got nothing. I woke up. I got nothing. I said, but you know what? Those demons are gone. I have nothing. I have no fight. I have nothing to fight for. I am clean. And that's the stuff about they're purging out of me. They took all that stuff out of me. I have no desire to be with texting women or being with a woman, except for the one I love. I have no desires to do anything. It's like they took all that away from me, but they also told me I had to do two things before I was moving on, because they already took V away and they took her away from me. So I couldn't do anything. I already apologized to her. I had to get Candace to apologize to her before because she didn't want to talk to me. But I asked Candace, in case anything happens, if I do something stupid, if I did kill myself, at least I had the option to tell her that I told her I'm sorry for what I did. You know, so I got it out there. But they also told me I had to tell my ex-wife and my ex-girlfriend because I never told them I'm sorry ever. You know, in my whole relationship, I never told them I'm sorry what I did to them. And so that's what I had to do. So the next day I'm texting them. I'm expecting a backlash, you know, you're a creep, you're this and that. But I got these nice texts and go, thank you. That's all I appreciate that, you know, you did that.
Wow.
And the other part was now all these people that I was attached to were coming out of the woodwork. They were all texting me, hey, hi, and I had to tell them, hey, I'm sorry. You know, hey, I found somebody and the movement, but some people I had to talk to and tell them what I did to them. Like I had to phone them and like when it was weird. I haven't talked to these people for months, in years, and they're coming out of like, why are you texting me?
You had to break every
I was still attached. So the universe is now sending that message to them. You need to talk to this person. I never reached out to them. I thought they were all gone, but all these texts daily. And I'm like, I'm even telling Tony every day, I said, I cannot make this shit up. I said, I cannot make this. I said, I'm just sitting here and texts are coming out of the blue. I said, I haven't talked to these people for months. Like I have, and they're here. And then I have to tell them. And then I get the response, you know, the next day that, you know, how grateful they are that, you know, I told them the truth. And that's the biggest thing you have to do. You have to tell the truth. You have to be authentic, you know. If you want to clear yourself, you got to tell the truth, you know, and that's what I did. I told them the truth. I gave them the truth, what was going on, what I did to them, you know, and it cleared them. Now I'm cleared for them. I'm clear. I don't have anything with them. Wow. And then once that was clear, like there was nothing. I hadn't, after the last text I got from somebody, I'm like, okay, I think that's it. And then it opened up the door again for me to talk to V again, that we had a chance to talk. You know, we're still working on things and we're still going through some stuff and, you know, but I can understand her because I heard her and I did all this stuff to her, but I'm trying to show her that, hey, I am also working on myself and I'm trying to get better. And just because I think I'm better, it's not. I still have to do the self-work. I still have to do a lot of things, right? Things are going on in my life that, and it's weird. I tried to, okay, I'm going to change my phone number and nope, it wouldn't let me do it. I'm the only case in Rogers history that they could not change a number until recently when I had to clear one more person. One person had to come. Yeah.
Wow.
Because it should have been easy. I went to because I said, hey, I'm going to get a new number so I'll be clear. And then when I phone my cell provider, yeah, we'll change your number. They put it in. They go, oh, that's weird. It's not accepting. I said, oh yeah, I'm not surprised. You know, not at all.
Wow.
Not at all.
Yeah.
The next day they said, hey, just try tomorrow. Maybe it was just a glitch in the system. Went to the thing. Yeah, same thing. The guy couldn't figure out why this number was changing. He changed my account number. He changed everything he could do. Changed my plan. Nope, wouldn't accept it. I went to their tech guy. He said he's been here for 7 years. He's never seen this. I said, yeah, no, only me. I have the only possessed number in the planet. Yeah. So he said it'd take a week, and sure enough, you know, I was waiting, and then I was with B, and then that number came up. So I said, see, I had to wait for this one person, and yep, that one person I had to tell him, you know. And then once it cleared, sure shit, the next day, they gave me my new number.
Whoa.
And the new number, which is even weirder, this is because I had 2 numbers that I asked them to give me. I said, if you clear it, I want these 2 numbers and just phone me before you change it. They said, yeah. So I'm sitting at V's place and I was wondering why my phone wasn't working all of a sudden. I go in there and I get a voicemail from my cell thing. Said, yeah, you can change your voicemail. They changed it without telling me. And the last 4 digits of that number is the year of my birth. So,
oh my gosh.
I'm like, okay. And I was mad. I thought, oh, this is not the number I wanted. So I'm phoning them and I'm looking at this number and go, 067, that's the year. Like, you know what? The universe told me the number. I'm not arguing with them. That's it. I'm good, right? So
wow,
these are the things that are happening. And so with that, again, I even sat, I thought, I'm sitting back, I'm all good. No, they're making me work. You know, there's still stuff I need to do, stuff. If you want to be clean, you have to be clean in everything. You have to go through your hard drives, you have to go through your house, you have to clean everything. You know, anything that's here, I just went through tooth and nail and cleaned everything because everything kept coming back. Everything. So, you know, you would find things like, oh, fuck, I forgot all about that, you know. But yeah, it's telling you you're not doing the work.
Living a pure life.
Yeah.
If you want to have that beautiful life, you got to be clean, and you clear it. And that's what I did. I cleared everything. It's clean, 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 you know. So whether, you know, she comes back or not, that's, you know, it's up to the universe now to let it happen.
I really want her to come back. I'm like, this is like a movie, and I'm like attached.
I want her to come back.
I am like emotionally invested in this story.
Yeah, that is
so I want her to come
incredible.
back. But yeah, so, but I know you have to, and that's what I'm trying to tell people is if everybody goes through this dark side, and you know, you cannot sometimes do it by yourself. You do need to get that plant medicine help. I'm not advocating that. Yeah, sometimes you could do without it. I believe you can do without it. But if you really feel you can't, go to these places, get the plant medicine. Let them help you. So you make that contract with the universe, they'll help you, you know, and you get there. But you got to do that self-work. You know, it doesn't guarantee that things are going to always happen the way you want, but ensures you that, you know, you're responsible for all those negatives, and you can just clear them out, and you're going to be far, far better in the long run. You know, when those moments get tough, and when you feel that there's nothing, you know, you're gonna, and then that's the beauty. It comes in little pieces. So I'm defragmented right now. That's what's happening. Because to me, I feel like I'm a little child. I'm only 8 weeks old, right? From February 23rd to now.
That's awesome.
You know,
I love this so much.
Yeah. So I'm learning now a new program. From this shit that I did for 43 years is gone. That Robyn is gone. That person, whoever that was, that dirt bag is gone, you know? And now I'm here. So now I'm here. So I'm cleaning up, and I'm becoming this better person now. I'm becoming this, you know, awesome person where I'm clean. I have, you know, I'm being authentic. I'm being truthful. When people ask something, I'll help them, you know. I'm helping, you know, V's friend that was going through something. She heard it from the truth. You know, I wasn't mean about it. I just told her the truth. This is what's happening. You know, where she's wondering why this guy is not calling her. I said, I can tell you right now because he's not interested. You know, I'm just trying to tell her. You know, it's painful, but that's what's happening. Take it from a dirtbag that did, you know, he's doing the same thing. You know, but it comes a fragmented. Now I become where I don't live in the fear anymore. So now I live through calm and clarity, where I don't have to live through fear and all that other stuff that I was going through, right? I can live through a pure life now. This is like the best feeling I've felt in years. I wish I could see it before, but I didn't. So it took me now, but this is the way it is now for me.
That is.
So I don't know where the story is going to be. Yeah, so I don't know where the story is going to go. I don't know what's going to happen in my journey, but all I can do is just keep doing the work, and you know, the universe is going to tell you.
Yeah.
I made this contract. It's not going to go away. They're not going to stop now. You know, I got work to do. And this is the one thing that I love being on your podcast, because now it gives me the opportunity to tell people, you know, people are going to see it. Now they're going to see, you know, the authentic, what really happens, you know.
I guarantee if someone starts this podcast, they're going to listen to the whole thing.
I hope so.
What a beautiful, you got to write this down too, man. Write your story down, please.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I will.
So many lives on so many levels. This touches,
like amazing.
There's so many men that can relate. There's so many women that can relate different levels. There's so much deep healing that can come from your story, man. You've got to use this gift and spread it to the world, man. I want everyone to hear this. This is incredible.
Exactly.
You have such a beautiful purpose. It's all tied into your purpose now. You can tell
it's genuine, authentic, and real.
You are so real about everything. And your next thing is stepping into this purpose of using all that ancestral trauma than healing, and using it for so much good to help other people.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say is that people think that, hey, you're only having this problem now, but no, this has been happening thousands and thousands of years. So you think you're having a problem now, you need to clear that soul lineage that you have, because you're not clearing it, and it's just coming. You're collecting it. That's what's been happening to me. I was collecting it.
Yeah.
And being a warrior myself, because I know I'm a warrior, I was fighting it, but I couldn't, because when you're in this 3D world, you don't see it. On the other side, you're fighting this battle. And that's why when you say, hey, I'm always in a battle, well, yeah, you are, because it knows. But when you're clear and it's like, and you feel that calmness, it's like, it's the best feeling in the world. It is clear. And then also you get the right people that come and help you, because Tony helped me. And then I met other people from Rhythmia, like Cynthia is another, she helped me. She's a clear. If anybody needs a great medium, or anybody, my friend Cynthia is an amazing, amazing person. And she told me what was happening to me. She says I'm a slider. I didn't know what a slider was, because now I have all this power in me. That is, that's why I was wondering why all this electronic stuff was happening to me, like with the phone number. She goes, yeah, because you've got so much power. Now just defragment it, and things are going to happen to you.
Wow.
Yeah. And I still have to work, because I'm going to see a counselor, because I need a coach too, right? Because now I can because I'm all over the place. I just need somebody to focus me, right? Now I can be focused, and then I can, I need a coach, and that's what I need. So, and then we're going to see, focus on one thing at a time. Before I was here, I'm trying to get to V, I'm trying to get here, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Now I'm just focused on one thing, right? Let's focus on the podcast. Now tomorrow I'll just focus on myself, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. So it's just, so I hope some of these people.
I'm excited for you.
I am so excited for you too, man. Find some kind of creative outlet and blast your story, brother, because you got some big things to make happen around here. That is amazing.
Oh yeah. And that's why I need, it's great to talk to you. And Tony said, hey, I met David and Megan, and say, oh, that'd be great to be on the. Oh, let me talk to them. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, if they want to hear my story.
I'm so glad it worked out.
We're staying connected to you, man. This is good. Hey, everything happens for a reason, man. You know that. I know you obviously.
Oh, exactly.
But people come into people's lives for a reason, man. 100%. We're staying in contact. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, anytime you guys want to call me, yeah. For sure. Yeah, I would love to.
Dude, thank you so much for telling your story.
This was incredible. I was tired today. Now I'm like, this is.
That was the biggest emotional roller coaster I've been through on a podcast today.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
I was sucked in.
We've probably done like 35 interviews, and this was definitely the most emotional one that I've had.
Oh yeah. Like I said,
to
me,
it was beautiful. It really was.
Thank you.
And going back, I can't get over the hands. This is such a movie, because why were your hands on fire? And it all comes back at the end. It's because of all that incident. And then they were healed at the end. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. Because they had to heal me, because I couldn't take that pain, because they knew I couldn't handle it until I was fixed. Like, without being fixed, that pain would be tremendous for me. Like, so it was taking the power of that pain. So when I was clearing it, I cleared everybody's pain. Even today, I'm still clearing people's pain, and I did. I cleared my ex-wife's pain. I cleared my ex's pain. I'm clearing all the people that were attached to me. I cleared them. They're free. I don't have to be attached to them.
Wow.
I can't.
And those wings behind you, do those wings have any attachment, or what's?
Yeah, I didn't realize. Until I just bought that last year, and then I find out. Oh yeah, wings.
That's awesome.
The place looks really cool.
I think it's very symbolic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, man,
I know that. Even that one night I said when I left, when B left me, it told me, you're going to feel this pain for 3 days. I had to feel this tremendous pain. I could see my heart turn to sand. It was like, they made me sure that I never, ever, ever do this to anybody again. I will never, ever go backwards again. That is one thing. It's a gift. It's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I think it's breaking up.
Yeah, I'll never ever go that route.
You still there?
Yeah,
I think it's breaking up. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anytime.
I wasn't surprised me any power thing that's surging.
Well, we ask one question at the end of every podcast to end it, and the question is, if you could leave the world with one message, what would that be?
One message?
Yep.
Is just be truthful, be authentic, always be yourself. Like you give the truth, your life is just going to be so beautiful. Like I said, don't pretend to be someone, just be truthful, be who you are. And your life is just, it's just going to have, you're going to have such an authentic life, and that's what I found. Like I said, now where I'm at, I have, I'm looking forward to the future because now I can be myself. I can just be me. I don't have to pretend anything. I don't have to press anybody. I just be me. And it's the greatest feeling in the world. Just be truthful now. Tell the truth. If it's going to hurt somebody, try to do it in a way that, you just have to be truthful. You don't have to hurt somebody, but be truthful, give them what they need to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let it be,
Oh, man.
If you don't want to be with that person, at least tell them, and then you can move on.
Yeah.
For
Everyone
anybody.
deserves closure.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Yeah. And just be truthful. Yeah. And then go from there. Yeah.
Thank you again so much for being on here, man.
Thank you too. Yeah.
I can't wait. I think this one will probably be somewhere near the end of May is when it's gonna. I'll shoot you a message and let you know. But thanks,
that'd be great. Yeah.
So much for being on here. This was such an honor for us to interview and hear all this.
Thank you. I'm honored too. Yeah.
You're gonna be going places, man. So thank you.
Awesome. I like it.
Have a great rest of your weekend.
Megan, I hope you get better too. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. It's a journey.
Okay, David.
Have a good one, brother.
Happy healing.
Happy healing.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Take care.